patient with the other person, knowing that what I think is not what the other person is thinking, and giving them the space and grace to explain makes a big difference, because sometimes it's just a communication problem.
The moment you realize everyone is as human as you are, it gives you the confidence to even approach people or companies that you think they would intimidate you. And as a startup, sometimes it can be very scary to approach a big corporation to try to sell your product in as much as you believe in your product.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Her Leadership Series Season 2. From business and finance to economics and beyond, we celebrate the inspiring journeys, the groundbreaking achievements, and the contribution to the innovation and change they are making in their different fields. In this episode, we are not just spotlighting one, but two visionary leaders. These two powerhouse co-founders will be sharing their inspiring journey in building a company driven by innovation and impact, the lessons they have learned along the way, and the future of sustainability in the tech space. Welcome, Karen and Mudani. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Why don't we start with a brief introduction of your name and the positions that you're in?
Okay, my name is Kara. I'm the CEO and co-founder of SanaSana Sustainability.
Great.
I'm Modoni Murioki of Paris. I'm the CTO and co-founder at SanaSana Sustainability.
Fantastic. So let's just jump straight into it. I know every partnership has a great story, and I'd love to know how you two met and what led to you guys starting a business together.
We met in Ghana in a school called Meltwater Entrepreneurial School of Technology.
Oh, wow.
A hub for entrepreneurs in training, where they train them on how to manage a startup with the least amount of resources. So that's where we met, where we were undergoing 1 year training. After a few months, that's when we decided that, okay, we are fit for each other and we will be able to make an impact in the sustainability space. One of our co-founders, Swad, who is not here, who is in Ghana, is also a major part of us. She's the COO and operations lead. So that led to us. We had a passion in sustainability, making an impact, and we saw transport is the major contributor. That's when we decided we need to make a difference in it in order to make the people we are solving the problem for care about the environment.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
What a lovely story. And I wish we had Swadi as well, who we could have joined us today. But over to you, Modoni. Could you share with us the inception of SanaSana Sustainability and what are the initial steps that you guys took to bring this idea to fruition?
Okay, so SanaSana came to life in July last year in Ghana, as my co-founder has mentioned. It was a team of 3, the two of us and Swad. So we came together. We were in the middle of brainstorming. We want to make an impact in sustainability, and we want to solve an actual problem for the African continents. And we saw a gap in the logistics industry, which is a major contributor in the innovation space.
Right.
And currently, Africa is going through the innovation phase, and they're very hybrid. So we were like, we can make impact through this. So we brought sustainability, innovation all together, and that is how SanaSana came to life, where we focused on the logistics industry to ensure it is more sustainable and it has less carbon emissions along the way.
And what challenges, Karen, could you share that you have faced as a female entrepreneur in the tech space, and how have you overcome them?
The main challenge I have faced in this space is being taken as serious as a man in the science space. We are not taken that seriously as compared to another male co-founder in the same space. There's always that what if question, what if this happens? But when it comes to the male co-founders, there are no such questions. Another thing we have faced is securing funding, especially in the early stages where you don't have so much traction to prove, okay, this works. Yes, and another one is support from the industry and trust. So many companies want a company that has been there for 5 years. You go to them, you have been there for 5 months, 6 months. They do not believe you and take you as seriously. So that is some of the major challenges. How we have overcome them is we have been building case studies to show that, okay, you can trust us and use us. In terms of being taken seriously, we show up almost 5 times more than the male co-founder, explain when need be, and be able to share our story more and more often. We post on so many social media platforms just to build that trust with people and show them that we are also just as serious as the male co-founder. In terms of funding, our main goal right now is to build revenue and be able to get to a point where when we start looking for funding, it won't be a hard process as compared to when it is right now. So those are some of the things we are doing, and having a great team around us that encourages us for us to move forward and not look at the things we are lacking in, but the things that we are doing to encourage us to move forward.
Absolutely. I think trust is definitely one of those things that takes time to build, but I'm sure you're taking the needed steps to make sure your customers and everyone who's interested in your business can know what exactly the value you're offering and the impact that you're making. Over to you, Mudani. How do you navigate the complexities of just bringing in sustainable technology solutions in today's market?
The biggest challenge that we have faced as SanaSana Sustainability is trying to speak our customers' language, which is mostly the logistics industry, and having them as profit-driven. In us as sustainability, sometimes there can be a gap. But at the end of the day, everybody deep down, they have an interest in sustainability. But as a business, their focus is to increase their profit or minimize their cost. So the biggest challenge is always switching our language to fit theirs, such that we are able to make a significant impact in sustainability while also saving them some money and increasing their profits.
Right. Okay. And looking at both of you personally in your leadership journeys, are there specific strategies that you have enhanced in your journeys to just develop in your leadership skills, especially leading a whole team, as you mentioned?
The first strategy that I usually take in is I'm not leading them. They are part of me. So I don't approach them as, oh yeah, I'm the leader, they have to follow whatever I say.
Right.
It's usually something like, okay, they offer ideas, I offer ideas, and we reach a consensus and we move forward. Another thing that I've learned is being patient with the other person, knowing that what I think is not what the other person is thinking, and giving them the space and grace to explain makes a big difference, because sometimes it's just a communication problem. And also another thing is giving myself grace. I've never led before. This is my first time. And anytime I make a mistake, I just tell myself, okay, I'm learning and next time I'll do better. And also one of the things that has made us to work really well is that we share the same values. We believe in integrity, honesty, and putting your work first. So communicating and moving with such values behind us has been easier and making us a great team that intertwines and moves forward well.
Absolutely. I think values are definitely important to have in every company. And I like that you mentioned that you also need to give yourself grace.
Yeah.
This is the first time that you're doing this, and we're all human, we make mistakes. And I'm sure your team can definitely appreciate even just the open-mindedness to have them included in your discussions and just even in your leadership. And are there specific resources or networks that have been instrumental for you in your leadership journey as a tech entrepreneur?
Yeah. To start with, the community where we met at, that is West Africa. The whole year of training has made real impact in the skills that I've acquired as a leader. And also, other than that, I'm actively upskilling in terms of how to lead better. And I'm currently doing my CPN. Part of it includes units that are very critical to leadership. So I've been using those two as my tools. The communities that I have, the communities in the startup industry, in the tech industries, and also using the traditional studies as well as a point of reference for leadership skills.
Absolutely. I think that's a true testament of your network is your network, and you have to build community around you. And I think self-investment is definitely important in every aspect. And Karen, could you touch on some of the ways that SanaSana is contributing to promote sustainable practices in the industries that you serve?
Okay, thank you for the question. One of the things that we are doing, we are tracking our carbon emission.
Right.
We are very particular on the type of mobility we are using. Most of the time we are always using electric cars, electric vehicles. as because what we are preaching, we want to live that.
Right.
Another thing is in our resources, whichever it is, we're using it in a way we know that somebody else can use it and we are not wasting it. But when you can touch on the sustainability tech that we are using to move.
So for the tech, what we are doing is one, the way we develop our solution, we always ensure that we optimize our software well such that it's efficient, since at the end of the day, software does translate to certain type of emission already because of the servers and all.
Right.
And the other thing that we do is make it sustainable in a way we use technology that will survive the test of time, such that it's viable right now. It will still be viable 5 years down the line and 10 years down the line and many years down the line. And parts of the sustainability, how we work with the personnel, that is the human resource. We want to give back to the community and also create a sustainable tech resource such that we mentor young talent as well as to the existing.
Great. That's fantastic. I think that's a true testament of practicing what you're preaching. And I really love that you guys are very focused and keen on doing that. And Karen, what are some of the things that you aspire for SanaSana in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, our main goal is to have enough revenue. If you've noticed in the startup scene, most companies just run on funding, and after the funding dries out, there's nothing left of it. The revenue dies. Right. That's not our goal. Our goal is to have enough revenue for us to run, even without funding. We are still running and solving our problem. And in relation to that, our goal is also to solve a real problem and not just touch on it and leave it there. Another thing for us is to increase our team, to have more women, more men, inclusive, all genders in our team, to mentor more young people, to have more events that promote sustainability and promote women. Then another thing is to expand in other countries, not just Kenya and Ghana, even Europe, even America, everywhere that people care about sustainable development and mobility.
Absolutely. I wish you guys all the very best. I believe you guys have the capabilities to achieve that. And it's fantastic to just see even the inclusion that you're looking to have and impacts younger people like yourselves. That's really fantastic. And this is now to both of you. What's one thing or one piece of advice you wish most people knew when starting a business?
One thing I wish everyone knew is not closing your mouth, opening your mouth and speaking. If you close your mouth, you won't be fed. Absolutely. That's one thing I wish everyone knew in this scene, and not to compare yourself with what you see online. What's online is only the good, glamorous parts. They don't share the days where they didn't have food, where they didn't have money. So know your journey and own it, and open your mouth and open your mouth and talk about it to everyone. Right? Do not shy away from reaching out to big companies, to small companies, to big people because of their names. In the end, they're all just like us, and some of them, they're even faking it. So you might as well just fake it to get there and talk to them. And above all, believe in something greater than yourself. How feel about it? If it's whatever it is, believe in it and have a community around it. Have a community around you. For me, I have my co-founders, I have my friends, I have my family, and also my online presence that I'm building every day. So that's what I would say, and be your own motivation. You won't be motivated every day, but on those days that you're not motivated, those are the days that count.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. What about you, Wadani?
So for me, I will say two things. The first one is, they are as human as you are. Takes me into the second thing, which is, don't count yourself out. And the two things, they are intertwined, because the moment you realize everyone is as human as you are, it gives you the confidence to even approach people or companies that you think they would intimidate you. And as a startup, sometimes it can be very scary to approach a big corporation to try to sell your product in as much as you believe in your product.
Right.
And realizing that you don't count yourself out is, even if they're going to say no, let it come from them. Don't give yourself a no. Because sometimes you'll approach them and sometimes you're surprised how often they actually say yes. And that is something that our other co-founder has been reminding us week to week. Every time we get sometimes cold feet when some big client, and we are hoping to get more yeses in the future.
Absolutely. You never know until you do it, right?
The worst they can say is no.
The worst they can say is no. Thank you so much for sharing. I really look forward to just seeing what you guys build in the near future. Thank you so much for taking the time to just sit with me and just share the amazing journey that you guys have had. And yeah.
Thank you. It was lovely being here.